back to FM23. It's me, Matty G. We're here with Cheshunt in the Vanarama National League. As you can see, we're, I would say, just about to start the last third of the season. 30 games have been played. We are in the mix. We're certainly not running away with the league at all. We're second place, just behind Yeovil, 2 points behind them. Wrexham's literally right up our backside with a game in hand, 2 points behind us. As you can see, the top 7 slots are very much closely knit. Omaha Benjamin, however you want to call it, our Welsh contingency seems to be smashing in the goals as of always. 23 goals in total now. It's been an interesting run of it, shall we say. So we've got a few wins and a few draws since get us through January. We started to have a little slip up against Bromley and Oxford. The Bromley game, we really should have won that. There's no doubt about it. We should have won that dramatically. A few disallowed goals, which was sickening. And then they got quite a late equaliser, making it 1-1. Oxford City, we were 3-0 up. Yeah, things didn't go well for us. No matter what we tried, we couldn't stop conceding. But we're up against Flyde next. They're 23rd, another bottom-end club, and we're hoping this one's going to be different. So we'll jump straight into that one and see how well we get on. So here we are, just a couple of changes on both on the wing and in holding midfield role. Kite comes in, and Simonis comes in on the left. Ferdinand and I forget who the other one was now, just lacking a bit of fitness, and we don't really want to push them too hard, especially in the latest start of the season. We do not need any injuries. So with that, let's get cracking. So we'll start this one off with an early highlight. These don't normally come to anything, and there it is, nothing. Not a lot happens at the start, but we do have a quick highlight again. Brown, Kite in the centre there. He's come in for McDonald, I think it was. McDonald's been brilliant all season, but Harry Kite not been doing too badly since he's come in. Duzdek with a long ball over the top towards the left. Simone's able to get it in. Benjamin on the head. I believe that came off the post. It could have been a keeper's save, but I'm pretty certain that hit the post. Benjamin has had a knock and he's indicated that he wants to come off. It looks like it could be a pulled hamstring. Oh dear, that's not good. If it looks like a pulled hamstring, we better do that change. There's no sense in having him out for a long period of time. He's our main threat, our main goal scorer. It now means we haven't got a striker that's got the pace. Prudently isn't as quick. He's more of an aerial threat, which is, it's a bad idea when we're all set up down the centre for pace of the game. We're approaching the 34th minute, so we are going to demand a little more, as we normally would do, just to try and get them to perform a little better. Our fitness levels are dropping dramatically, which is a bit of a shocker, because most of these guys were fairly fit at the start. It says to me that there's some rough housing going on. So there's the half time, and not a lot to show for it. 3 shots, none on target, XG of 0.16. Our pass completion rate, as always, fantastic. Possession, outperforming them in the possession mode. Attacking wise, pretty poor. We're going to change this up to attacking. We're going to skip the positive sides, jump into our tabs and just have a look if there's anyone that really screams needing to take off. I probably would go with Allo Free. Yeah, I'm going to take him off just because I'm looking at his fitness. He's probably just one of the worst, and we need to keep the defence fit so that no one runs rings around our defenders. There we go, that's the confirmed substitution. Kick off the second half. We do have a highlight with Brown picking it up from the back. Casey on the far right, back into Brown, knocks it forward. There's Gibson running down the left wing, past one. He's still there on the wing. Is he looking to in-turn? He does. Cross comes in. Putney on his head. Good save. Solid save. First real shot on target. Could he done better? I think he should have done better there, but looks like the highlight's not over, which is a bad news for us. As Tanner comes down the left-hand side from a poor clearance, swings that ball in, heads it into the corner, and Luke Chapman, or Charman, has put them ahead. 23rd in the table, we're second. This shouldn't be happening. I'm rather cheesed off. I can't do any shouts at the second. Now I can. I'm going to berate the team. I think that's the only thing I can do really from there. Have a go at them, try and get them. I mean, Putney's gone down to a 6.4. This is not looking good. Really not looking good. And they've got another one. And the ball comes over towards Charman again. He collects it on the far right. Pulls it back. Ball gets put back into him again. This is just... Dewhurst, this is the second game since we signed him. Again, we'll talk about that later on. But we're gonna have to jump into subs. We've got to change something. We've got no one really performing up the top. Gibson's tried his best, but he's getting knackered. And we've got so many people tired. We can bring Ferdinand in, but where are we going to play him? That's the question. I think what we may try to do is we put Simmons on the left for Gibson. Take Gibson off for Ferdinand, bring him on the left, confirm that. That's our only change we can make. Let's hope that does something for the team. And I'm gonna put it all the way up to very attacking. We've got to do something. Ferdinand over a free kick, swings it in. Weren't a bad effort. Keeper easily grabs it in the end. Lack of pace, I would say. Keeper able to get there very easily, not even diving on that. And it looks like they're going to bring the ball away with Tanner there on the left-hand side, knocking it across infield. Eco Scott doing what he does best, collecting the ball and pushing forward. Gets all the way to the byline, checks back on himself, keeps the ball. Eco Scott is coming infield. Eco Scott with a... I'm not sure if that was meant to be a shot, a pass. It was very tamed and very wasteful in the end. We've got lots of players starting to really lose some fitness here. It's a bit of a worry, but here comes Helm with a free kick, knocks it in towards Brown. It was just over. It's not looking good. 80th minute, there's not a lot I can do. I mean, I can change some of the instructions, but really, there's not much point in that. I think what we just need to do is, I'm going to berate them again, because they shouldn't be losing. Hopefully it just jeers them on to do something. I very much doubt it will. I think this one is a loss. And there she is. We've lost one. 2 draws and a loss on the bounce. That's not a great start. Not a great start at all. And with that, we've dropped down to 3rd and really have opened up the opportunity of everyone below us. Crawley's jumped ahead. We've still got to believe that Wrexham's going to win that game in hand, which will drop us down to 4th. Eastleigh's got a game in hand. If they win that, they will be literally a point behind us. We need to start getting a few results here, because we've just played bottom end of the table teams, and we haven't done very well at all. It's a worry. Worrying sign, worrying times. And with that, Omaha Benjamin is out for 2 weeks with a pulled hamstring. I'm glad I didn't make that any worse by keeping him in, but with him out and Jaden Williams out, our goal scorers are starting to dry up. So a couple of more players have left the club since the start of January. Johnny Aluli, he's gone to Watford on a free. As it turns out, he wasn't actually under contract, he was on a rolling deal, so we weren't able to get him to sign another one, so off he went. Archie Chaplin, solid little defender we had. Stoke came in for a massive offer, 140k, which was apparently his buyout clause. I didn't realise he had one. If I did, that should have been upped, because his value was a lot more than that, which kind of sucked. There's nothing we could have done about that. But we managed to get a few quid for a loan for Jack Turner, so he's gone out on loan. On the inside, we've done a little bit better. Drozil has come in on a free. He plays a nice little area. He's not that great. Billy Krellin from Everton, 12.5k fee paid. There's a reason for that. Let's have a little look. He's a 2.5-star goalkeeper with a bit of potential, but it's the value we saw. He was offered for 12.5k, as you can see. That was what they wanted for him. There was no negotiation. It was up for sale for that. So we bought him on the basis that if we don't use him very much this season or next, partway through next season, we can cash in for a profit. That's the idea behind that signing more than anything else. And it looks like he could be a decent little keeper, especially as a backup for the time being. Chaplin came back in on loan from Stoke. The big one of the day was Marcus Dewhurst. 175k paid. It was very, very high. It was quite a big expense. But 3.5-star goalkeeper. Possibility of 4. He's only 23, so he could very much be our keeper for next season as well. Only downside is he has conceded 4 since he's joined us. Hopefully he'll settle in the team a bit better. He's great at pretty much everything, and eccentricity is down, which is kind of good, which means he's less of a risk. And his value's gone up to 275k. So again, this could be a flip person if he doesn't perform as well. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with him. That's the incomings and the outgoings. One more game to play, and we're going to try and get this one done pretty quickly. So we've gone for a little bit of a change-up squad here. Chaplin's come in alongside Aloes free. Golden's going to play out on the left. Turner's back in goal. Krellin's on the bench. This is the cup game. Putney's up front. Not really got many choices here. Ferdinand does come back in on the right. On the left, sorry. We're going to put him back in his favourite role there, which he loves. Harmel is going to be playing down the centre for the moment. He may not be keeping that role if he carries on his bad performances. Gibson out on the right as always. Harlock, McDonald makes up the rest. And Brown's been pushed onto the left-hand side this time, just to help balance that back line. Hopefully that will do us solid. On the bench, we've put Simone's in, but we're going to be using him as a striker in this one if we need to. And we've also got Cassie out there as well, can play in multiple roles. Kakuri is a defender, so that's pretty much where he's going to play. And then we've got Duzdek, who is going to be that anchor point here. He can play a number of these midfield roles along with Cassie. So that's what we're going to go with. We hope we can finally get some goals in this one. But it's going to be a tough one. It's not going to be easy. Here we go. It is Cheshunt York, I believe. It's York. Yeah, it should be York. And this is the FA. Is it the FA Trophy? The FA Vase? I'm not sure what they call it anymore. But it's a cup game. We do look like we have some fans in attendance, more so than we've had in recent games, which is good. Will that have an effect on the team and the game itself? Who knows? Putney is up front. He's got till half time to show an improvement from the last game, or we'll have to swap him out because we're desperate for goals. With first 10 minutes, not much has happened. Couple of shots, nothing on target, no highlights to speak of. XG on both sides of the board is very minimal, 0.9 and 0.1. Nothing there. Some fouls have been conceded. Pass completion rate on as evens really there. We've just got the ever so slightly better of the possession. Nothing's happening to really shout home about. So I am going to jump into my bag of tricks and I'm going to demand a little more. Let's see whether or not they actually care what I say today, because we're starting to lose on the XG. They've got a injury, which is great, but they do have the first highlight as well, which is not so great. They push forward with Young down the centre, knocks it through. Thomas is there with no one onto Clearly. How is that not offside? It's not. We're 1-0 down in the cup. Shouty, berate the team. Going to go on to positive. Let's see if that makes any difference in the last 3 minutes. It's not going to. Brown's getting knackered and he's playing pretty poor on the left. Maybe it was a bad idea. They've got a corner, swing it in, Saunders, back post. Need I say more? Need I say more? Alright, we're starting the second half. We've made all 3 substitutions we could possibly make. That's the Brown has gone off, McDonald has gone off, and so has the striker, Pooty. We've brought in players to come in and do a job. If they don't, they don't. There's not a lot we can do. We've gone very attacking. We've changed a few of the instructions, and we've just got to go from here and hope for the best. And we do break forward a little bit, but it doesn't really work out for us. Duzdek, Ferdinand, turns his man like a beauty. Runs in on the left, tries to get a ball in. It's poor, and he loses out. And now they're on the attack. Long ball over the top. No one's there. Harlock's going to collect. Is he going to hold ball up? No, he isn't. Goes Golding. Golding goes long to no one and no man's land, and it goes all the way back to their keeper, Wally. Out to Saunders, one of their goal scorers. Knocks it over the top, looking for a man. No one there. Chaplin to Duzdek. Knocks it over the top. Simone's there. He's going to be offside. Flag stay down. It's goal! Yes! No! The flag's now been raised. Oh, come on, FM. The flag stayed down for so long. I thought he was offside. I can't really get angry at that because I thought he was offside myself before that happened. But that really sucks. Thanks, FM, for nothing there. We're going to go jump into shouty. We are going to demand more. Hopefully we can do something as Simone's gets that ball. He turns with a bit of pace. He's now on the left flank. Looking across it in. He does. Helm's there. Tap in. 3rd goal of the season for Helm. And we may have just opened a back door into this game. Simone does all the work. Picking it up here. Uses his pace to run at the left-hand flank, gets towards the byline, pulls it across the 6-yard box. Helm with his right foot just taps it in past the goalkeeper. It was a well-worked goal in the end, and it brings some life into us. We're approaching the 65th minute. We've got 1 goal to pull it tied. Come on, boys. I know you're getting tired. I know some of you haven't played as well. But we need more. We demand more from the whole team. That is pretty much all we can do at the moment. Ferdinand's having a pretty lousy game there on the left. I'm thinking we can swap those 2 round in a minute, see if that'll do an improvement. The long ball over the top. Cassis to try and get it clear there. Ferdinand knocks it back. Harlock does that. All the way back to Turner. Turner pulls forward, knocks it out towards Gibson on that far right. Into Duzdek, who knocks it over the top. Simone's breaking past the defender. Could we get a second? Keeper's jumped too early. Goal! Get in there! We've pulled it back. 10 minutes to go. I would like to say masterclass genius at bringing Simone on, but I can't take all the credit. The team are doing the work. Duzdek with a ball over the top. Simone breaks away from the defenders. Keeper dives too early. He goes round him and just slots it in. So simple. Yet, please do it again, son. We're going to jump in. We are going to demand a little more. I feel bad for doing it. But there's a chance of winning this game in the 90th minute now. Let's try it as Harlock tries to break out. It's a poor ball, and now they're on the break with Hurst over the top towards Thomas. Casey go with a clear. Thomas then collects it. Brings it in. Knocks it in. There's a header towards goal. It's wide. It's good. It's wide. We are now going to swap Ferdinand over if we can and jump into the tactics screen. We're just going to swap Ferdinand and Gibson round. Maybe that will confuse them. I don't know, but I'm hoping that will help Ferdinand a little bit on that far side. Maybe he can improve. There's not much else we can do at the moment. I don't want to change too many details. So we'll just confirm that little swap round on the flanks. They've not adjusted for it. And that's the end of that one. So we will have extra time. It is extra time. It's a bit of a worry. So we're going to adjust dressing room. I'm proud of the efforts. We can win this. I am very proud. I am proud of the efforts. Since half time when we made those changes, things have improved. As he watches nervously for a highlight. Here we go. Golding, Gibson, back to Golding. Playing on opposite wings now. Golding knocks a ball long. No one's there. Wobie to collect it in goal. Keep on the pressure. Don't let him roll it out. The highlight's still there, which is a worry. He's gone long with that ball. There's no one there. Casey's got the ball. He doesn't often muck up, so that's good. Over towards Simone, unable to get his head on it. Ball comes over the top towards Thomas. Casey's there again. There's Harlock. Alafrey. He's holding the ball up. We've gone back to our passing game. That's our mentality. Ferdinand, long ball over the top. It's good that he's now playing. Golden into Gibson. He's down on the right wing. Pulls it in. Helm. Double. Oh my God. God, what were you two doing? That was just like a 1-2 right in front of an open goal. Are you two insane? And now they've got a highlight. We could have just won it. And, oh, what? Saunders knocks it over towards the top towards Malcolm. Cleared by Chaplin. Gibson's there to stop clearing. The ball eventually comes into Malcolm again, who's able to turn, get a shot off and goal. You son of a... Yeah. That's not... No, not right. Demand more. There's nothing I can do. Everyone's knackered. The only one who isn't is the striker. And Dusdeck, to be fair. Malcolm's come on and scored the goal. It's not right. I can do a sub, but it's half time. These are the only ones they're giving me to do. Alafrey for Curry, Helm for Curry, Gibson for Curry. They want Curry on. Let's go for... I don't want to regret it, but we're going to go with Gibson. And here we go again with another highlight for them. Chaplin's able to get the ball, but only as far as that man. In towards Malcolm, who's got the pace to run past us all at the moment. But this time he whacks it over the top, aiming for the War Child sign in the stands. And that guy must have a mean streak. Time is nearly up for us. I can demand more, but we're knackered. Absolutely and utterly shattered. And they're running rings around our defence now. Getting shots off willy-nilly. I believe Turner was able to get a hand on that because it's their corner. And they're set out right far back for a running corner. I believe it's going to be an in-swinger. It is. Alofree's able to get his head on it. Only goes as far as McAdam. Back into the corner area. Ball goes over the top. That's another defended goal. And now we've got a throw-in up their end. Curry, Ferdinand tries to get it in, doesn't get very far. Curry is unable to get there. Ball comes out. Chaplin, Alafrey holding up. Golding, Casey knocks it over the top towards Curry, who knocks it into Helm, and he shoots at least 4 foot wide there. Ridiculous. And that's all she wrote. Full time. We lose in extra time, which sucks. But at least we had a comeback. It was excitement for a moment. We were a better team the whole way through that, even in extra time. But they were able to get that one goal, which makes all the difference. So we're out of cup. That sucks. So yeah, it was the FA Trophy 5th round we were defeated. It sucks. It really does. York did play pretty well though, so we'll give them that. Well done to you guys. And yeah, we'll call that one an end of this one. We'll hopefully see you at the run-in in about 10 games time. Hopefully we can get a promotional push, whether it will be win the league or in at least the promotional playoffs. You will see those games. I will promise that. Until next time, this is Matty G. Peace out.